Welcome to Atlanta. Price is Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King have honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Friday. You already know it's April the 11th in Atlanta, Georgia, at the infamous Classic Atrium. ISUPK presents the All Black Party with live performances by
Never see another
King
nigga like
Ty.
this. Used to have that white bitch popping on the night.
144 Nakawan,
Snitching in the act like bitches. That's why we undefeated.
Sean,
If for more, right, that's good business.
Natazar,
We in the game, coach. Fuck you talking, hey?
special guest from China Monet, and Georgia's own Pastor Troy. 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. You already know ISUPK.com. Shalom.
If I told you go to hell, would you tell I cursed you? I read
Hey, slow your style. What's going on, Breeze?
Hey, Slim Style, what's going on? Not one.
Everything too wild.
What's wrong?
But that Passover demon is something else, huh?
How you say that?
You'll see. I go knock on right there.
Oh shit.
Hey, Shalom, stop.
Hey,
Slim
Slim
Style.
Style, what's going on? Not one.
Y'all just paid y'all Passover fee?
Nah, I pay mine in a couple weeks. About 2-3 weeks.
I paid half of it, man.
Half of it.
Con.
2-3 weeks, huh? Knowledge. I know you ain't trying to teach class and you ain't pay your Passover fee.
I can't teach class out of one?
That's on you. Lord be with y'all. Lord be with you.
Let's get it. All right.
Ooh-wee.
Lil Joe don't do nothing.
Alright. You know what? I'm tired of betting these dollars. Nigga bet 10.
Nigga bet.
Nigga bet.
Nigga bet.
Nigga bet 20.
Nigga bet.
Oh, yeah, watch. It's gonna hit. Oh.
know y'all niggas ain't in there shooting dice. Y'all ain't pay y'all Passover fee.
Come, sir.
I'll be with y'all.
Come.
It's on you. Lord be with you.
Get your money up. Ooh, I got them new J's for the all-black party. Hey, come check them out. Watch it. Look. Oh, shit.
I know you ain't about to bring new J's and you ain't pay your Passover fee.
Come, sir.
That's on you, Op. Lord be with you.
Come.
Lord be with you.
Damn. Oh, man. Man, this Passover demon been crazy this year, man.
Come, sir.
Bruh, Osanaka one been everywhere.
Man, the nigga was in my house.
Wow. Hey, let's just go on and pay this Passover fee right now.
Come,
I'm about to pay mine now.
Yeah, me too.
I know y'all ain't about to pay the Passover fee and y'all ain't pay the Passover fee. What y'all waiting on now?
I'll take care of it right now, sir.
That's on you.
Come.
Lord be with you.
I don't want to come, sir.
Lord be with you.
Hey, I don't give a lovely fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'm a woman West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a lovely fuck about what them niggas gotta say. I'm a woman West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sister, then I got a problem. I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR. I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He said.
Man, your boy Pastor Troy going all the way up with you, man. You already know. Friday, April 11th at the Atrium. Yeah, man. Doors open at 8 p.m. You already know we're going from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m., man. You already know it's going all the way down. Your boy Pastor Troy, DJ Jelly performing live. And then we getting out there, man, Saturday, April 12th. It's going all the way down for the Passover. Yeah, man, you already know. At the Marriott Marquis downtown. Yeah, man, we're going from 5 p.m. to midnight. You already know. Hosted by Commander General Johanna. Your boy Pastor Troy's going to be in the building, man. Y'all boys holler.
Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say. Must not be getting no real paper. One West, nigga. Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say. Must not be getting no real paper. Nigga can't have more than you. You know them niggas will still hate you. Those are characteristics in a pussy nigga nature. Talk that shit behind my
Shalom. This year for the 56th annual Passover, Commanding Junior Hana will be offering babysitting services for free for anyone that pays their $200 Passover fee. For paid babysitting and registration for babysitting, please contact Officer Yardan at 773-970-4343. Shalom.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West.
Welcome to Atlanta. Price is Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commanding Junior Hana.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
Friday. You already know it's April the 11th in Atlanta, Georgia, at the infamous Classic Atrium. ISUPK presents the All Black Party with live performances by King Ty, 144, Nakawan,
Snitching in the act like bitches. That's why we undefeated.
Sean,
If I'm more right, that's good business.
Natazar,
We in the game, coach. Fuck you talking, hey?
special guest from China Monet, and Georgia's own Pastor Troy. 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. You already know ISUPK.com. Shalom.
If I told you go to hell, would you tell I cursed? I read
Get their weight up, you little body little body bitch. I ain't worried about none of these niggas, little body bitch. You damn scare rag, coward ass little body bitch. Had to fuck around and get my rank up, you little body bitch. And I'm pouring up, yeah, young nigga, and I'ma take a sip. Damn, all these niggas want down hate, but tell them zip it lip. And you a dumb ass, scare ass boy, little body bitch. Damn, and I ain't worried about nothing, nigga, nah, I ain't worried about shit. I got more than one, so you know, nigga, don't reminisce. I spit flavors on these damn beats, niggas better catch a pitch. Never knew a goddamn man be scared to represent. But you a whole ass, dirt ass, little damn body ass nigga. Get body with it damn scritchy with your little body ass nigga. Nigga, I'm a true priest, true line, nigga, true Zion ass nigga. And you a little boy, a little bitch ass, little body ass nigga. Big rank, you mad, get stained, work hard, then play. Bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay. You purple, you gay, your leech ass, lil' fame. I won't walk, not the same. For wrong. For wrong, yeah. For wrong. I tell them, for wrong. You get your shit together, for wrong. Work. I'ma do this shit till I rock, you little body bitch. I'ma judge your ass like she pot, you little body bitch. And I'm smooth with it, y'all the zop, you little body bitch. And I switch, ain't gon' your thought, you little body bitch. And I'ma stay turning like the cars, you little body bitch. And I'm so cold like a bond, you little body bitch. And I'm a warrior like Dan Gabar, you little body bitch. And my aim like not a zop, you little body bitch. Need a princess part bar, you little body bitch. Or anyone down the slide, you little body bitch. Yeah. I keep a couple straps in my ride, you little body bitch. Just in case anyone wanna die, cause I'm body bitch. I got it, be right, you mad, get stained, work hard, then play. Bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, we purple, we gay, you leech ass, lil' fame. I won't want, not same. For wrong.
Shalom. This year for the 56th annual Passover, Commanding Junior Hana will be offering babysitting services for free for anyone that pays their $200 Passover fee. For paid babysitting and registration for babysitting, please contact Officer Yardan at 773-970-4343. Shalom.
Boy, Pastor Troy going all the way up with you, man. You already know. Friday, April 11th at the Atrium. Yeah, man. Doors open at 8 p.m. You already know. We're going from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m., man. You already know it's going all the way down. Your boy, Pastor Troy, DJ Jelly performing live. And then we getting out there, man, Saturday, yeah, April 12th. It's going all the way down for the Passover. Yeah, man, you already know. At the Marriott Marquis downtown. Yeah, man, we're going from 5 p.m. to midnight. You already know. Hosted by Commanding General Johanna. Your boy, Pastor Troy, going to be in the building, man. Y'all boys holler.
Friday. You already know it's April the 11th in Atlanta, Georgia, at the infamous Classic Atrium. ISUPK presents the All Black Party with live performances by
Never see another
King
nigga like
Ty.
this. Used to have that white bitch popping on the night.
144. Nakawan.
Niggas snitching in the act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated.
Sean.
If I'm more, right, that's good business.
Natazai.
We in the game, coach. Fuck you talking, hey.
Special guest from China Monet and Georgia's own Pastor Troy. 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. You already know ISUPK.com. Shalom.
Welcome to Atlanta. Christ. It's Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025. Starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's going to have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
Shalom. This year for the 56th annual Passover, Commanding Junior Hana will be offering babysitting services for free for anyone that pays their $200 Passover fee. For paid babysitting and registration for babysitting, please contact Officer Yardan at 773-970-4343. Shalom.
So I have to be honest and let you know that I screamed a little bit when I heard you say, "What's up, baby?" Ah, man, like what? What are we gonna do? Cause this is torture.
Just call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my can't bleed and request me. Call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my.
From a spark to a flame, it burns bright. Like the feeling when you finally got my name right. Like a star in the dark, you provide light. Yeah, this could turn into something if we align right. I see you trying to change your life cause you want better. What I'm convinced in 6 months better is together. A story written for the ages, so in this short time, let's be open books. Explore pages like, are you down through all the changes? Jah finds out I'm an Israelite. I lose wages, how about the times and every month when you change phases? And after that, getting your cheeks clapped in different places. Matter of fact, I tell you now, you'll need leg braces. Cause after camp, do benevolence, sensations. And after camp, excavations and temptations. Move that damn hand, girl, that's a violation. Can you follow orders, I wonder? Cause when I'm mad, my voice sound like thunder. It's all love, my pretty dove. Just want you to be something that I'm proud of. It's my job to correct, so never disrespect. A white rose, you wanna be chose, I'ma hit your camp leader, see how it goes, and pray that he don't oppose, cause that's how this old UPK thing goes. Decently and in order so we escape woes. You really do impress me, and now I can't wait until your spirit reflects me. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you accept me, and take the steps to call my camp leader and
just
request
call
me.
My camp leader and request me. Call my camp leader and request me. Just call my.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting excited. Oh wee, yeah, I'm getting excited. Yeah, I did hear that music. So I have to be honest and let you know that I screamed a little bit when I heard you say, "What's up, baby?" Ah, man, like what? What are we gonna do? Cause this is torture.
Just call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my can't bleed and request me. Call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my. From a spark to a flame, it burns bright. Like the feeling when you finally got my name right. Like a star in the dark, you provide light. Yeah, this could turn into something if we align right. I see you trying to change your life cause you want better. What I'm convinced in 6 months better is together. A story written for the ages, so in this short time, let's be open books. Explore pages like, are you down through all the changes? Jah finds out I'm an Israelite. I lose wages, how about the times and every month when you change phases? And after that, getting your cheeks clapped in different places. Matter of fact, I tell you now, you'll need leg braces. Cause after camp, do benevolence, sensations. And after camp, excavations and temptations. Move that damn hand, girl, that's a violation. Can you follow orders, I wonder? Cause when I'm mad, my voice sound like thunder. It's all love, my pretty dove. Just want you to be something that I'm proud of. It's my job to correct, so never disrespect. A white rose, you want to be chose, I'ma hit your camp leader, see how it goes, and pray that he don't oppose, cause that's how this old UPK thing goes. Decently and in order so we escape woes. You really do impress me, and now I can't wait until your spirit reflects me. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you accept me, and take the steps to call my camp leader and just request me. Call my camp leader and request me. Call my camp leader and request me. Just call my.
Oh my gosh. I'm getting excited. Oh, yeah. I'm getting excited. Yeah, I did hear that music.
You got some tropical thumb.
What's going
on, Akim? How you all feeling?
Good.
Listen,
like $1,000,000.
Listen, I was grooving to that La Payada. That called
Daddy brother. Yeah.
Oh God. Me too.
That's straight and direct. Listen, I can't get around it. There's no way around this thing. The Lord done gave Judah the gift of God back. Like, he just gets straight to the point. Just call my camp and impress me. That's all. The picture with him in a field of white flowers. I was like, yeah, that's it right there.
And Cap, he think he's slick. He dropped right before the Passover.
I'm trying to tell you. No, that's a real R&B tracker.
Yeah.
That's a real R&B rhythm and blues, smoke and guitars.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real, and it got the good masculinity on it too.
Yeah.
You ain't singing in the rain, ripping your clothes off like like
Jaheim and them, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Jaheim and Brandy little brother and Ray J. He ain't in the parking lot going like this, rain falling on you, all kind of shit. Yeah, man. You just go call the camp leader and just request me. Don't worry.
That's
you
it.
Get it. Yeah, I mean, it was right. Yeah, I mean, so again, you be back Wednesday night, Black Watch, big up Commander Johnny how this working now in Israel, who might be on shortly. Stay tuned. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna rock it out again. Passover, April 12th. Don't forget, pay your Passover fee, man. Pay that fee, $200 for every adult, 17 years and over. Pay that Passover fee. Go to isupk.com and pay your Passover fee. Pay it in now. There's a whole week of events that's going to be covered by your Passover fee. I mean, the Passover alone, you that should be it right there. Not to mention all the other events. So let's get it rocking. You know what I mean? How y'all wanna get it in? I know it's definitely a whole lot going on, a whole lot on the floor.
So, like yourself, if I may.
Please,
and I just want to say that story Cap Kahan sent. My pops sent it to me the other day. That Marvin Sapp extorting and kidnapping the congregation. So, like you
again, rough out here,
brother. Let me see if I grab that video. We can start with that one because that one was funny. I thought Creflo was bad, but this nigga, I think he might have Creflo beating him. Like, this is a whole new breed of hoe out here. Like, Creflo dance on the money. He said, money. This one here is something else. Yeah, I mean, what's his name? Marvin Sapp. Marvin Sapp.
He had. Oh, go ahead, Captain.
No, I was just say they got an old saying. They say a sorry sap sucker. They say that.
It's my dumb ass typing Marvin Sappy. Oh boy, this is crazy right here. Hold up, everybody done did a whole stitch on the thing. I'm trying to find the original video of it without anybody face on there.
And that's a good sign too. Them churches, you know what I mean? The pressure is on.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Pressure is on them churches right now.
Yeah.
They're losing a ton of money. You know what I mean? Come on.
If I could just echo what Captain Malthak just said about these churches, that inflation and all that is affect, once again, and a lot of people lost them government jobs. That's affecting these churches, more and more. And the more they putting the squeeze on this, they keep shrinking. A lot of them people that go to these churches, a lot of them got government jobs too,
right?
Especially the ones in the front row. So, because they got like a little tier system, like the front row is reserved for the top donors.
Yeah,
a lot of the mega churches like that. So they set up in a way where it's almost like the seating arrangements is based on how much you tithe. So this thing here, man, like I remember Commander Junior Hunter said this some years back about how Black people, Latino, Native American, Indian people, we gonna really see how ravenous these pastors are as the money get cut short.
Yeah,
right.
They're not getting the government grants they was getting under Biden that they're gonna get under Trump. You know what I'm saying? Especially those churches that allowed their church to be a platform for Democratic leaders to come in there and speak.
Right.
All of them is, they on Trump's, hit list. So he ain't, he cutting the money dry. Like I yield.
Yeah, you're right. Even go ahead, Cap.
Oh, okay, Slacky. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was trying to press the mute button, or the unmute button. And you know what? This is their spirit, and really, their spirit is coming out more and more. Their true spirit, like Captain Khan is saying, like they can't hide behind the money. Like when the money's high, the scriptures say everybody's your friend. Everybody's in a good mood. Everybody's on their best behavior. It's all good. But once the money starts getting dry, then people's true spirits start coming out. The pressure start building. Then they get more. Their real spirit come out more because it ain't covered with all that money. And you would see this spirit in there even before this, if you had eyes to see. I remember when I was in the Christian world, when I was younger in high school, and I remember I was at my auntie's church, right? And there was some type of guest pastor or something. And so I'm at a different church than what I'm normally at. And I just noticed it this time because it was very pronounced. The preacher preached and had the music playing for like the whole time about money. And he wasn't even preaching. He was just more the whole time, just like, oh, it's time, we got to give. It's time, you put it in your spirit to give. Had the music playing, going up and down. Yeah, you know, give this time. We got to give in the spirit of giving. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, you know, that's what's up. You know what I mean? Because I'm a kid. I don't have no money. So I'm just like, yeah, you know, that's what it is. But then I started noticing, I said, damn, he ain't changed the subject. He did, and it ended up being about an hour and a half of just like dry begging with the music. Just dry begging with the music. Like, yeah, we got Turk bringing that money. You know, just the whole thing. I'm like, that is amazing. He did a whole sermon and only talked about trying to give more money.
Listen, it's called begging and pegging. After the begging, come the pegging.
Oh man,
that's what happened with Sakari. Sakari was begging, he's pegging, and then he on the internet crying and begging again. It's the same spirit. That same preacher who asked for that 40,000. Watch and see what's going to come out about it. Watch and see what's going to come all the way out about it.
So,
yeah, I mean, go ahead, please.
For those that may not know, my mother, she's married to a bishop, and he came out of a prominent church here in DC. And my pops, he did security for a lot of these cats. Marvin Sapp. I'm trying to think of some of the names. A lot of these well-known preachers. And my pop said all them niggas is gay. He said all of them. He was like that. The whole, like how they are on camera, they put on like a front of masculinity, and when they get off camera and they talking to you just regular, they are just straight up just homosexual men. And so as I'm watching this video, even the way he said close the doors, it's something about the way he said close the door. It did not sit right with me at all.
He sound like he said that to a child many times.
That's the vibe it gave me. That's exactly like some young boy.
Yeah, like a creepy ass vibe. You're right. Go ahead.
No, so what you said is so true. Even the way he said it, I'm looking at it. I'm just like, yo, this is, this is very telling. And if you look at TD Jakes and Eddie Long, there were a lot of times where they led on to, like, if you were paying attention, they led on to what they were into. If you just could see it, and people just couldn't see it at the time. Right. Like you said, I wouldn't be surprised if it come out. Marvin Sapp, had some type of lock-in mechanism in his church. You understand, in his office where he come and counsel and mentor young boys, and they come in his office and he got some button in his desk to lock the doors. I wouldn't be surprised if that come out later, because the way he said that, it was like, oh man, it was eerie. It was funny, but it was eerie at the same time. So like,
yep, this 40,000 might be case money. He probably have a case coming that we just don't know about yet. And he building up that lawyer money. Them lawyers, they be wanting, for big cases, they start with 50 grand just to, just for them to look at the damn case sometime. You small time, you might have to come up with 5 or 10. But, a big preacher like him and a, multi-victim case that about to drop, or some racketeering, or remember that one who they had him in the disposition, not even in the court. And they're asking him about his suits. He said, because I sweat a lot. So I need Gucci suits and I need $5,000 belts. So they say, well, why do you need all these suits? He said, well, I sweat. I sweat a lot. I mean, so that's what's coming. I mean, let's play a little bit of the team if you don't mind.
The cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors.
Yeah, you see how we're saying it over and over? It's like he done, like you're saying, because he done probably told so many people who come there for, the one-on-one with the pastor and marriage this. He probably done, real jailhouse, just push them into a corner type.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that there is crazy. Crazy. Come on.
No, go ahead, Cap. So I didn't mean to cut you off, Cap.
No, you go ahead. I'll come in.
The UPK told y'all years and years ago that the doors of the church were closed. Now you have a pastor telling you the same thing. We told you the doors. This is like extortion. This is like it. I mean, you would think it was like a strong arm robbery in a way. Because, and why do I say that? Because he's trying to guilt their conscience for not having the money, and then said close the doors. Didn't nobody say this a cult?
Right.
Didn't nobody? I keep hearing y'all talk about the UPK. You want to complain? Don't complain about the Passover fee being $200. He wanted $40,000 that night.
Right.
That night before you leave out. He didn't ask if you had any financial issues. None of that. He demanded it. When you tell somebody to shut the doors, that now is an aggressive. It elevates the situation now. What if nobody said, well, you know, we got to call the police or maybe the fire marshal, maybe it's a fire hazard. Nobody said that. But these are the people that our people keep looking at, and it's gonna be more because all this week I've been hearing stuff about pastors all this week. They had one pastor out there in Memphis. He got smoked right out there in Memphis. 2 o'clock in the morning, some woman shot this pastor.
Yeah.
And it's on video where he's coming after the woman.
Yeah.
So all this stuff here is coming out. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to bring it out apart about this, Cap. So like I yield.
That's it. And just to add to what you're saying too, like these pastors, they're trained to use the voice a certain way. They ain't trained to teach you the Bible. They're trained to try to, you know what I mean, like to soothe you. And you know what I mean, he trying his best to say it in a nice way, but it sounds ridiculous. Close the door. Like, you know what I mean? That's like hold door. You know what I mean? Immatures. Hold the door. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like that is, you know what I mean? That is so crazy just to think about it. And he's asking for 40,000, which means he knows them people ain't paying tithes. But no, what you was teaching them, you teach them the laws are done away with.
That's right.
Now you're asking for $40,000. So you want them to keep the laws and tithes, but they can eat pork in the church.
Right.
You see the problem with these Christian pastors? They're about money. And black people need to wake up. These black women need to wake up and start really following the men. You understand? They gain game.
Alawapania. Barack.
Hey, Yabashmin Shabrakathum. What are you?
Stop it up.
What again? Slocky, please.
Come on. We're just on that story with the preacher, sir, Salaki.
What story?
The one where he tell them close the door.
Oh, dang, I don't know. I'm not familiar with it.
Oh, Jenna, you gotta see the tape.
But
hold on, let me line it up.
Salaki, yo.
That is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online.
Wow.
This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. I actually think $20 is a lot of money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife, Melinda P. Sapp, was alive, was a good date. I could take her to the movies, buy a box of popcorn, get 1 soda, 2 straws. I wasn't cheap. That's swag. I was looking in her eyes. She's looking in mine. Can't do that no more. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you.
Wow.
Let's see. So put your 20 away, preachers. that 20 wasn't for you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it because I need to see 1,000 people moving.
Wow.
You want to
bring them baskets? I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right.
Boy, they hurt now. Boy, they hurt. They hurt. They hurting bad. Go ahead, Logic.
You know, like the way that it's the evil is so eloquent. He says, if you want, for those who want to give electronically, and then the thing about it, he said it costs to sit up here.
Yeah.
Boy, that was boy, that in the spirit, boy, him saying that on the left-hand side was so evil. The Bible say the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat.
Yeah.
And then they prophesy for hire. You know, they prophesy for reward. These people here, boy, and then every time these pastors keep saying, you got to sow a seed. You got to sow a seed. We in the time of harvest now.
Right.
We should be able to see the fruits of all of this sowing the seed.
Yeah. Good and evil.
Right, the good and evil. Tell the pastors, put away your money. I want the people. I want them to come before up here. Like, man, boy, boy, this is some evil here, man. Like it, sir.
Yeah, if I could, Michelle, they trying to hold on to some of that evil they've been doing. They trying to really make some type of comeback, if possible, where they can start to raise that money again. But they desperate. That's why he said, "Close the doors." He was ready to kidnap them to make sure he get that cash in, and it shows you that that's all they doing in there. Like all they doing in there is finding the people that's stupid enough to still fall for that nonsense. You understand? Because they tie that nonsense to prosperity. That's why he called it a seed. He called it a seed to try to say you're gonna plant this seed and it's gonna grow like a plant and you're gonna get the benefits of it. But what they don't understand is that he's lying so much and has no intention of ever giving them any of that money. You know what I mean? But I give him this much. He only asks for 20, which means he know if he go too far, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Really, he would normally be asking for 1,000. He'd be telling them to come up with $1,000. He'd be telling them to, remember they the $100 plate, the $500 plate, the $1,000 plate. But he took it all the way down to $20 because he know everybody's struggling out here. Trump is on there behind, and he know, he can't get but so much. But now, after this latest election, what if I could real quick, what really sticks in my crow is as he's collecting this money, all I could think about is that this is going to go to more black politicians to pass more evil policies like abortion, like LGBTQ. All them politicians under Kamala Harris on the Democratic side have gone out, gotten this money, and used this money for their campaigns. It's damn like these are campaign promises. These are, or how should I say, campaign fundraisers. This is an all year long campaign fundraisers because they already got big churches. They already got big cars, big houses. What are they going to do with all this money that they're collecting? Because they're certainly not helping the people. You understand? They certainly, like, I wish we could go online and call for $40,000 in one night, in one event, and raise that kind of money. The amount of things that you could do. The only reason and they could do it with the money they already had. Right. So what are they doing with this money? Buying more politicians to pass more policies to destroy the very lives of the people they asking the money from. Yeah. Like the whole reason black people struggling and trying to give him some money is because they struggling for the things that he is financing. Half of them preachers up there look like sodomites, including him. Including him. That's what I mean? Salakia. I want to say something else about it, but I ain't want to take up all the time. Y'all go ahead. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's so evil. It's so evil, the circle that these cats are doing. It's so damn evil. You know what I mean? Like, that money is gonna go right to wiping us the hell out. Going right to that. So like, I'm gonna yield. I'll come back and finish it up later if I could.
So if I could too, so like right at the beginning of the tape, before he said close the doors, or just while he's saying it, there's one of the preachers in white. Oh boy. I wonder if they crop him out of the tape. I'm to find another one. He's right there on
the left
the screen. Yeah.
Okay.
He has, if you see the original tape, I'm gonna look for it. He has his hands clasped like this.
Wow.
He's looking at the preacher like, don't do it. Which means they don't talk about it before. He's looking at him like, oh, don't do it. And then he started to do this here, and he looking like he's nervous because they done talked about it, and it looking like some of them ain't with it. That's why he had to tell the ushers close the door. And you notice he reiterating a more stern, close it. You all know the plan,
right?
We all in here to rob these people. Don't back out. Close the door.
Wow.
But the one on stage, he said it. I'm gonna look for the other tape in the meantime. He's like, as soon as he said close the door, the one in white did this. Like, oh my God.
Wow.
It's happening.
Like, don't do that. Don't do it. And he had to say it 4 times, 5 times, because those brothers didn't want to close the doors. They knew how evil this was. Right. And if I could, to our wonderful Black and Latino sisters, man. To all our Black and Latino sisters, 2 things, if I could, Mashak, and I'll yield, brothers, is one, I want to say that you sisters need to know that we are totally vexed and repelled when we see these preachers run this game on y'all. Like, it vexes us to our soul, knowing the Bible, having studied the Bible, and know that these are thieves and con men that are sitting here over these churches, taking the money of these women for so long. For so long. When's the last time you sisters heard of a preacher doing something spectacular for the poor? When have you, the last time you heard about a preacher building low-income housing, it had to be in the damn 70s. You understand? Maybe you made it into the 80s. But it's been decades since. But meanwhile, they've been collecting this money from you Black women for so long, and it breaks our heart. It breaks real men's heart to see, you understand, these thieves gangsterize and take that money from you sisters. And many of them, so many of them are homosexuals. So many of them fill themselves with suits and wingtip shoes and jewelry and make themselves look as sweet as they could be and palatable to you sisters, and then take all your money and use your money for their homosexual relationships, for traveling around the world with their little boyfriends. You understand? For everything they did. Donnie McClurkin just was in a rally this past week. And in this rally, he brought it up again about how he trusted this preacher, and this preacher molested him at 8 years old. 8 years old. And he said how, and he brought out a part about it that was real amazing. He said not only did this preacher rob him molest him at 8 years old, but the preacher sort of groomed him and taught him to be a people pleaser when it comes to being molested, to where he became a person who was ready to be molested by other predators. Damn. So the preacher, now this is supposed to be in the Lord's house. You in there, you sisters, you poor sisters, you in there clapping hands, praising the Lord, asking the Lord to help you, help your family, help your struggle. You giving up money you don't have to try and get the Lord's on your side, thinking it's the right thing to do. And this charlatan, this hustler, this swindler, this con man is sitting there saying taking your money, and meanwhile, in the background, molesting little boys and putting that effeminate spirit on them, damn near like to be submissive like a woman would be, but submissive to predators, submissive to other men in a congregation who would want to molest the child, to where that child then becomes like basically like a child prostitute.
Right.
But not one you got to necessarily hand him some money, but you befriend him and buy him some sneakers, and you're able to molest him. And then another preacher come along and buy him, one of them video games, and then he molest him. And then another take him out to eat or something, and then he molest him. And Donnie McClurkin was bringing it out how he passed it around. And here's the thing: he is probably one of a million that have been molested, yet he's the only one that has prominently brought that thing out.
That's right.
And he was also the one that exposed the down low. Nobody knew about the down low until Donnie McClurkin came out with it. And it was a sad shame thing. And I feel sorry for you sisters that believe that. I feel sorry for you that sit up there and get robbed year after year while the Black community gets weaker and weaker and further destroyed. Every single year, they taking and taking and taking. You get nothing back. Everybody's taken from you, sisters, and you get nothing back. And for them to now, for now, they want you to be angry with Black men. Black men are now being charged with, not voting for Kamala Harris. Don't nobody like Trump. Don't nobody like Trump. Certainly the Black community, you understand, does not like Trump. But brothers, you sisters got to realize that brothers were repelled at the idea of putting a prosecutor in charge of them willingly, because it appeared, now it may not have been the case, but it appeared like here comes a whole world of abuse and degradation on Black men. Like it was feeling to Black men like evil Black women are going to win. That's what it was feeling like. Not righteous Black women, but evil Black women was going to win. And brothers felt that way. And I'm talking about brothers in the world, us in the truth. We don't care because we believe all of it is against the Lord's chosen. But sisters in the world got fooled by the idea that brothers didn't even vote for Trump on that level. But they felt like it was our Latino brothers. They did go for the Trump, and they got burned the worst by him. And so I'm saying to the sisters, do not hate this Black man that you see out here now based on the idea that he didn't go against her for that. Also, too, this woman was touting abortion like it was, the greatest healthcare transformation for Black women.
Right.
And you got to understand, brothers did not want to fall for that. She was pushing LGBTQ, pushing that prisoners and children had to have sex change operations. And certainly you sisters out there can see past the situation morally and can see why brothers was thinking and talking that way. But you cannot break from your man now. Don't turn on the Black man now. Now that the chips are down, now that there was disagreement, don't turn on them brothers, because them brothers is for you. Don't turn on them brothers, because you're going to meet a worse fate if you go out there and try to tie yourself to these heathens. You're gonna be making a horrible, horrible mistake. And so I hope sisters can finally wake up on all the levels and be able to come out of all of this all these predators that prey on you every day, from the people selling you your hair, to the mechanic in the shop, to every preacher, left and right, and every white man scheme, and everybody is trying to rob you. And the brothers, the righteous brothers of the Lord, are trying to, we see what you're going through, and we trying to win you to our side. So don't take this little political football that they passing around and take that football off. Instead, take on that side of that football. Instead, go look at that preacher in the eye and recognize that this is a charlatan in front of you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go look up tapes on con men. Look up tapes on con men, and then put your preacher into that category, and you're gonna see he fits right there. I yield the water.
If I could,
go ahead. The water.
So like I said, come on, concert. What you said is so heavy. And if I could, it's like, it's like the Lord is always trying to show us why He's gonna bring judgment down on the Christian church and the Black community. It's like I always like to contrast things, and everybody in that church knows that that preacher puts in no work. Yeah. Everybody knows that he's a charlatan. Everybody knows that he abuses children. Everybody knows he's homosexual. Yet they support him to the point where he could lock them in a room and demand money. Yet they come up against us on the streets. This is why the Lord is going to judge them. Because they come up against us on the streets as if we was doing the evil. They know where the evil is at, but they'll empty their pockets and support the evil. But us, they come up against us in the streets because we try to stop killing their babies. You know, so right. The Lord's going to bring judgment to them. It's like, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is why the Lord's going to bring the judgment to them. I mean, and the other part too is make sure this stain is not on you, Black woman. Make sure this stain is not on you. Make sure that nobody in that evil Christian church could say that they supported their pastor more than you supported the truth. I mean, don't put that stain on you because everybody knows he's evil. You're in the home of the truth. You know where the righteous men are at. You understand what I mean? So make sure that nobody in that church loves that pastor more than you love Christ. That's all, Salaki.
Damn right.
Can I say one thing too?
Get down,
Going off what William just brought out, man. That's one scripture coming to mind. I want to pull one scripture if I can, Salaki, sir.
Get down.
Jeremiah chapter 23, verses 1-4. Because people, like you said, General, this is a master class on what being a charlatan is. Now, he told them to shut the door. What if there was a medical emergency?
Yeah.
Or what if somebody wanted to leave? They would say you had a demon on you. They would say that you are coming up against the Lord because he shut the door. Like this right here, it just goes to show you, but once again, like they gotta say there's something wrong with the UPK. They got to say something wrong with us. But once again, this is like high level extortion that's going on here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Using these people, using God as a way to siphon money from the flock. Let me get Jeremiah 23:1.
And give it to politicians who are gonna turn around and use it to set policies for Wall Street that totally affect and destroy our people.
That's right.
Like that is a golden hustle. Like the white man couldn't. I didn't mean to cut you off. I get that scripture, but I had to say like the they doing it better than the white man against us. They doing it better than the white man, taking that money and funneling it to all these politicians, funneling it to them. They turn around and then they go to Wall Street and get Wall Street's direction on where to go. Like when did Black people all over America decide that, abortion had to be the biggest campaign so that the president had to talk about it? Black people ain't walking around every day like, we got to have our abortion rights. Black people ain't running around like that. You ain't hear near Black person say, we need to, we can't have this thing where we have to have an abortion and we got to cross state line. You ain't hear nobody say that. You don't see no Black people on the front lines of that protest. You understand? This is a Wall Street construct so that they can turn around and make more money. That's all. And we so foolishly get caught up into it. We so blindly get caught up into it, man. We get so played by them. And they turn around, make a gaggle of money, turning our sons into women, effeminates, and then make a gaggle of money, killing our babies and selling off the body parts. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Like our women in the abortion clinic are treated just like you have a calf on your farm. You have that calf on your farm. Only difference is you sell that calf when it's born on the farm. The calf on the farm is even better. But because people, and that's only because people have to eat that calf on the farm. If they didn't have to eat that calf on the farm, they'd make that cow abort that calf before it was born. They'd cut that calf up and they'd sell all the parts of that calf. They'll say, we don't want to wait the whole time for the calf for the cow to have a baby. We're gonna let the fetus grow to a certain size. We're gonna abort the fetus. We're gonna chop the fetus up and sell that in the supermarket. But they know people won't eat it. That's the only reason they don't do it. But because they don't eat baby parts normally,
right,
they're gonna take our aborted fetuses, chop them up, and sell all the parts around the world to whoever wants them. Now, if that ain't Frankenstein, I don't know what is. And to our sisters, man, you got to be able to see how somehow that's not wrong. That's wrong. You got to be able to see it somehow that is outside of the Lord's plan for that to happen. You ain't gonna tell me you sisters can't see how that could possibly be wrong, and they are hustling you on it. I apologize on that. Kahan, I yield. So lock you on that up.
Pick it up, man. That's what you
So
saying.
lock.
It's something my sisters, once again, which going into this scripture, our sisters should definitely pay attention to, because we've been warning a lot of those sisters, once again, their children are being exploited by the church as well in many different ways.
Yeah.
This scripture right here is going to go right into it. Go ahead, my brother.
Kawakan, Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord.
And that's so heavy. Like, woe meaning destruction. Destruction to these pastors, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord is saying. This the Lord is saying.
So true.
Because they destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture. Who's the sheep of his pasture? The so-called Black, Latino, Native American, Indian people, man. The Lord's chosen people. They scattering us. And they scattering us with abortion, like Commander General Yohana just brought out. They scattering you with the policies and politicians, the different Democratic and Republican parties. They scattering us. We are no longer divided. We're not a united people. We're divided. Why? Because of these pastors. You understand? We're divided because of that. We're destroyed. Go ahead. And not only these pastors, these fake Israelite groups as well, scattering the people. You understand? Not unifying us. Go ahead.
Kamokan, therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people.
And what are these pastors feeding the people? Lies. That the people are not being taken care of. They telling them to shut the door, and you got to give me $40,000. Like, what kind of pyramid scheme madness is this? You understand? The Bible also say that these leaders are like clouds with no rain. Every year, sow a seed, sow a seed, sow a seed. When you gonna reap what the Bible say you supposed to reap what you sow.
Right.
So where is the evidence of the seed being sown? You ain't never seen it. And it's heavy what Commander Joe Yohana said, and I've just seen it. Just a little bit of sisters coming into this school that used to be in the church and what they've done. I tell them all the time, you come up in here, you better give the ISUPK what you gave them churches.
Right.
I'm gonna keep it real. Cooking, everything. Them black women then built the church. Them mega churches you see was off your grandmama's money, her pension, all that. That Rolls Royce, he didn't pimp your grandmama for that. You understand? So don't come into the truth and try to short the Lord. Don't come to the Passover and try to short the Lord, because these Negroes locking the door and telling you got to give me $40,000. Like, that's madness.
Right.
You understand? That's crazy. Go ahead.
Kamakan, ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith the Lord.
And that's why when you seeing stories like this past few weeks, the pastor got shot out in Memphis. A pastor got arrested for breaking into this woman's house. He couldn't even wait for the time. He gonna break into the woman's house to try to get whatever he was trying to do. Like you gonna see all these stories come out more and more and more. The Lord gonna visit these pastors for the evil of their doings, man. It's a dangerous time to be trying to pretend to be a man in the Lord.
That's right.
I'm gonna just keep it real with you. You out here trying. If you ain't been called by, you ain't an ISUPK, man. I'm gonna tell you something. You better just stop out here trying to take tithes and take money because you trying to rob the Lord's house. You robbing the people. I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of you that made a lot of these churches and a lot of these fake Israelites all kind of money, and you see what they're doing with it.
And if I
you as well.
And if I could add to what you're saying, Kahan, and this is the time now for Black sisters to help us help them. Help us help you. Be more conscious of what's going on. Don't just be fooled so easily by these preachers. Like, be more aware and examine more what this is that's going on in front of you. Yeah, I mean, we don't expect you to know or gain everything. Nobody does. But sister, you got to now, come on, you got to recognize that all these churches across this country, are collecting money every week. What is this money needed for? Like, come on, you Black women, you pay the bills at home in most houses. You know that $1 got to go certain places.
Right.
Where is this money going? And how does this money benefit the people whom you claim to be a man of God with? Where's the credentials of these people that collect this money? When I say credentials, I'm not talking about the college they went to or the degree they have. The credentials I'm talking about are the works that they have. Where are the works that they have? Where are the people that they've helped? Where are the programs that they went to push for? Are they real or made up or something that is just a front for them to go get rich? I've seen sisters, ask us for help. And I ask them, well, don't you go to so and so church? And they say, yeah, the church. Meanwhile, the church covers a whole square block. You understand? Some of them as big as a cathedral. And you be like, well, why is it that you are not able to go to them and ask them for the money you need for, A, B, and C? Right. Certainly they have way more money than the Israelite School of UPK. But meanwhile, none of that is going back to you sisters. And you sisters need to wake up and realize that, man. You know that this cat is collecting a bunch of money and putting it in his pocket. And listen, and he's collecting it in a way that you can't even ask him.
Right.
What is like, go to that preacher at the end of that night, right before he shuts down, and ask him, Reverend, I'm glad that you collected that money to help God's people. I'd like to get $3,000 of that money to try and pay my bills. I'm behind in my bills. I'm 3 months behind. I'm in this situation. Blah 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 blah. Go to him at the end of that, because that's what's supposed to happen. At the end of that night, he's supposed to expect he's collected $40,000 that he do not need. Which is one of the reasons he don't even say that he need it. And he should. He doesn't even say what he needs it for. Then because of that, you understand, he and they should, be able to ask him for help. Like, that's supposed to be his whole mission. Instead, the whole vibration in that place is don't give us something. Don't dare come begging for something. Which is the same spirit of the white man.
That's right.
Same spirit. I yield. Salakia Khan.
And Salaki said, just to add to what you're saying too, is almost like them pastors, like tithes is every week. You know what I mean? Tithes is every week for them pastors. And Christ said it, so well also too, because he was dealing with the Sadducees and the Pharisees. So you understand men like this. And and if I miss it, could I read Luke 16?
I might have cut somebody off though. Did we cut somebody off?
Salaki.
Nah, sir. I was done, sir.
Okay, Salaki Khan. Go ahead, Night Salaki.
Salaki, sir. Khan, could I read Luke 16 and 3?
Get that, brother.
Like, you know what I mean? This chapter is, you know what I mean, you want to understand a pastor. This Luke chapter 16, you go read that. And this is every pastor, you know what I mean, USA, every pastor in the Caribbean, you know what I mean? Every pastor in your church. This is him. Right? Luke 16 and verse 3.
Khan, Luke chapter 16, verse 3. Then the steward said within himself,
right?
What
So you
shall
know,
I do?
a steward is somebody who's supposed to look after the people. You know what I mean? That's his job, to look after them. These preachers, their job is to look after the congregation, to make sure they're doing what the Lord said to do, make sure they're following what Christ laid down for us to follow. Right? Read on.
For my Lord taketh away from me the stewardship.
Right? The Lord take it away what? The stewardship from why? Because he ain't doing the job of a steward. He's not. Read on.
Come on. I cannot dig. To beg, I am ashamed.
No, you watch that pastor and ask yourself if he could dig. You can see him on a yeah, I mean, you can see him on a construction site. He's not going on a construction site.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He is not digging a hole to put a plant in or a seed in. You understand? He's not doing that. Right? Read on.
Verse 4. I am resolved what to do, that when I am put.
Go ahead.
Kawakan. That when I am put out of the stewardship, they may receive me into their houses.
Right. So he's resolved, meaning he's what? He determined. And these pastors, oh boy, this man, he was determined to get a 40,000. He was determined to squeeze that to shake that 40,000 out your pocket. You know what I mean? He saw like you leaving out without him coming. He is telling the ushers, put your hands in his pocket. Take that money out. Take that 20 out.
Right.
Then you can leave. You understand? These lights had to stay on.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? My Rolls Royce need gas.
That's right.
You understand? The suits. You know what I mean? I've been wearing these suits, the same suit for the whole year. I need some new suits. Because you can clearly see that this money is not to feed the flock. This money is to feed his belly.
Right.
And his pastor's greedy. And skip down to 7.
Come. Verse 7. Then said he to another, and how much owest thou? And he said, 100 measures of wheat. And he said unto him, take thy bill and write fourscore.
You understand? Which means what? He is robbing the Lord. You understand? He is robbing the Lord. These pastors is robbing the Lord. And the Lord gonna come see them. You understand? All the money Eddie Long robbed from the church, you couldn't get him out of the grave. You couldn't save him.
Right.
You couldn't pay his doctor bills. You understand? And these pastors, this time we're in right now, you need leaders like Commander Jerry Yohana. You need leaders. You understand? The Lord gave you one, but you clearly see this man right here. He is for his belly, like many of your pastors. They're not out to help you. They're out to get money. And Christ been warning you throughout the whole New Testament, been warning you about these type of pastors, these false prophets. I yield.
God. Shoot. Long, if I could jump in there, if it's all right.
Oh, please.
Luke 11:21, just real quick. It says, when a strong man armed keepeth his palace, his goods are in peace. This goes into even what Commander Yohana was saying about going all the way back to black men and black women and the dynamic between us. Because black men have been seeing this subconsciously and consciously in the world of how the church is manipulating the women even against the men because they want to get rid of the men. Because now they know since the men is out the house, they can manipulate the woman easily. They can take her money easily. They can pull stunts like this.
Right.
You know what I mean? They can't pull a stunt like this in a place full of men.
That's
right.
They're gonna say, hey, this is what you talking about, closing the doors and this and that. If I ain't got it, I ain't got it, man. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? But the church over the years have been slowly pushing out the masculine men, the masculinity, pushing out the men,
That's right.
pushing out the families, to where the point where I remember when I was in church, when I was in the world, when I was a teenager, there was basically one man in there that was married with a family. And it was a church with like 60 people. You could feel like 160 to 100 people in there. There was one man in there that was married with a family. The rest was just single women, and the drummer, he's the only other guy. You know what I mean? A couple guys in there that's trying to get women. And so black men in the world has seen this. And they subconsciously seeing how it's connected with the politicians, connected with Kamala Harris. Remember what Obama said when the campaign was running. What'd he do? You black men, you need to get it together. They strategically put some black men in the room, one with like a baseball cap, and then a younger guy to the side, to where Obama's checking them, to where they made it look like, oh, he's checking all the men.
Right.
Tactics like that been used in the Christian church and been driving men out. And so, that's why the scriptures say they even scatter the flock, because even men that would serve the Lord, even men that would try to get on the right path, they know this isn't right, or they subconsciously they can't get with it. They love God. It's like my uncle. My uncle, he loved God. He feel he like a preacher to himself, but he just can't get with the church. And you can't blame him.
Right.
They've been trying to push out men from the church.
That's it.
So just so they can get to the women. So that's what you're seeing, and that's what's been destroying and dividing the black community. That's what's driving a lot of the black women, black men divide. Oh, black men against black women, the battle of the sexes. The churches is driving that. That man go in there, next thing you know, the pastor like, if that man ain't doing this, if that man ain't doing that,
right?
And he's not being a good man. He's always siding with the women, always siding against masculinity and against the man's authority in his own house. That's why the scripture said your woman should learn at home. How you got a church full of women and no men when the scripture say let the woman learn at home from her man?
Yeah.
That's to ensure that the women don't get all manipulated and gaslighted up and start doing things where they getting the power over the men. They got a question they can ask at home when they got a husband who's a man of the Lord, trained up. That's why the scriptures say a man armed. They don't arm men in them churches. They don't arm men with knowledge. They don't arm men with wisdom and understanding to do anything.
Right.
So they can always be paralyzed men that have that are very. When you look at the Christian men overall, they're very subdued. Look at them. They all are very subdued. They're very.
Say it like it is. They very effeminate.
There you go.
To help you out on that one, Kapaz, I know that's what you really want to say. Is that how is it that in this church became a haven for homosexuality? It could not have become a haven for it. The down low could not have flourished in it unless these men were effeminate, even the ones that are not gay, if there are any. So, Lockie, go ahead, Kapaz. What you're saying is heavy.
That was it, Adawan. That's where it's going. And so what you're seeing in the church has become the black community, like at large. You're seeing black men who have a disdain for, black women who have a disdain for black men. You have spineless, half effeminate black men that are in the churches, speak in power, which is the same type of black man the white man love. He loved these type of black men because, you know, they effeminate, they peaceable, they don't want no trouble. They don't, you know, they just want to get by and get theirs. They believe, you know, the blacks in the ghetto are their own. It's their fault anyway that they're being destroyed and being locked up.
Right.
They don't reach their hand out. That's why what did the scripture say with Lazarus? He said, or not Lazarus, the rich man. He said, man, he told after death, after whatnot, he said, can you go tell my peoples that, you know, to not come here like me? He said, you was there with him. You know, he didn't help the poor. You didn't reach out to him when you was there. So don't try to get no extra help for your people. They got the prophets. Let them listen to them. So that's all. It's just become the church is the microcosm of the whole black community now.
Brother, what you're saying is nuclear right there. What you're saying is heavy in that's why black men and women are divided. A lot of people are still talking about that brother Kevin Samuels and his show. Some people love it, some people hate it, and all that. He was basically a Christian and had a lot of simplicity to him. But he exploited something among the black community that was created by those churches. He slid right in and did damn near the same thing the preacher does. The preacher gassed the black woman up to thinking that she's a $1 million woman, and then turns right around and makes her treat black men like they are, you know, way beneath her. You know, like they're the bottom of the barrel. And because of it, it totally divides us. Kevin Samuels turned this thing around and started to degrade black women and say that they wasn't good enough for black men. And because of it, just created a big divide. That's why half the people love him, half the people hate him. Like that divide comes from Christianity. That whole, you know, what they I forget what they call it, a certain kind of man, not a six-figure man. They got another name. Yeah, what they call it, high value, right? Like they created a high value man the way the church created a so-called righteous woman. I forget the term they use for them church women. Where they made that church woman think that she was of a higher value than she should have been for her man. And now all those women are lonely by themselves. They man that went off, found them another woman, and now she's by herself in that church, miserable as hell, and welcoming every effeminate man. And that divide got to end. You sisters and you brothers, you know what I mean, you got to be, at least by now, you got to say to yourself, why is it with the whole entire Bible in the church and all the brothers and sisters and all the experience we had and 25 years of the internet and, you know, self-help books and Steve Harvey and every other, you know, a relationship guru, why is it we still are unable to come to a simple program that brings black men and women together, that allows them to have their children and all that? And these preachers and these Christian men like to act like brothers in the street are neglectful and don't take care of their kids and all that. And then you look into their story like they did with Umar Johnson and come to find out he got 2 children on he's on child support for 2 children, and he got 1 child that is totally disowned. So he's going through the same thing every brother in the hood is going through. Now, I'm not knocking him for that, but I'm saying he's going through the same thing. So you and many of you Christians as well, the main reason the ones of you that don't have those problems is because you're an undercover homosexual. So therefore, you're not even in a relationship in many cases. But outside of that, you going through the exact same thing. And you telling me with all these Bible and all these records in front of us, we can't figure out how to do this thing right? We can't figure out the tenets of marriage and the tenets of men and women and the things that are being used against us to destroy us, like the abortion clinic, like those discussions on what a man should be and what a woman should be. And all of that, the whole idea that a man must be a provider, when the scriptures tell you Jesus Christ lived on the offerings of women. He lived on there willing to help him when he was down. That's how he lived. You can read that all day long in the scriptures, but that doesn't get recognized. Instead, your preacher uses it to make himself rich and give nobody any money. So, Locke, I yield. I didn't mean to run so long, y'all.
So, Locke, Jennifer, I may too, sir.
Please, Kazak, go ahead.
Kawakawa, sir, and as you talking about this and what you said is so heavy in Captain Kapash, I remember being in the world and watching you at a some type of it's like a convention with like a Christians, and you had mentioned, and the whole video. Now I'm a brother in the world, getting high, evil as hell, and I'm sitting here listening to these Christian pastors constantly the regular programming. See, because the men got to get it together. The men and his whole thing was just how black women and black men ain't this, and we the problem. And like you said, General, we neglectful, and he portrayed us to be the worst of the worst. And you got on there and you cut him. You cut him, and as a brother that was broken and destroyed in the world, to hear what you said, it gave me the masculinity that it takes to change a man's life. Like a lot of people don't understand. You sisters, you talking about this right here. This exactly. I remember being in the world and I'm listening, and I'm getting so angry listening to this homosexual accuse black men of being all types of evil. And I'm not saying things don't happen, but if there's evil all throughout our community. The way he tried to portray it is just like every Christian pastor, how black men are just the scum. It's white supremacy. And you got up there and you said a bunch of things, but I remember you said there's something in black men that they know this woman should not be over me and she should not be talking to me like this. And without the truth, brothers respond based off of what they've been shown, which is violence. And he said, and you said how brothers in here, you understand, come out of that darkness. And that resonated with me so much because I could not put my finger on it in the world. And as destroyed as I was, I knew this woman shouldn't be talking to me like this, and she should not be treating me like this. And the conditions in the church should not exist. And that's where, like you said, Journal, like Captain Kapash brought up, that's where it comes from. I remember sitting in church and feeling that spirit of this is something is off about this. These women should not be able to rule over their husbands and over the men like this. And so when to hear you say that, it gave me the masculinity that it took for me to change my life for the better. So the water, Journal, for you for holding it down.
And more time, Christ, the water to you up. You know, man. And if I could, because real quick, because of the talent of all of you brothers, all out there in DC and Baltimore and everywhere else, you brothers been rolling that all across the country, across the world, all the way to England and Trinidad and all the places in between. Because of you, this is the first time ever, you understand? And we love our black sisters, but this is the first time ever that the black woman has finally been checked on her wrongs. There was a time, brother, that's why R&B is dead. R&B is dead, one, because of the homosexuals. But the second reason R&B is dead is because it's hard now to listen to them R&B songs telling a black woman she's the world, she's everything, she's this and that. And meanwhile, they doing such evil to black men. Like it's becoming so clear. And that's why I'm saying to the sisters out there, stop hating on black men like they the problem. Stop listening to the preachers poison you, just like Kapash said, just like Kazak Ahmad just said. Stop buying the story. Go back and get your black man. That's your man. That's the man God gave you. When he made the Chinese woman, he made her a Chinese man. When he made the Arab woman, he made her an Arab man.
Right.
Well, you understand? When he made the white woman, he gave her a white man. Go get your man. Don't go fall for the okie doke and go run out there and get a white man or some other nation to help bring forth his seed into the earth. Go get your man. Don't let no preacher come in there and steal your relationship with your man. And to get to this point we at now, like Kazak is bringing out, we had to publicly charge black women for what they was doing, because brothers was suppressing it, like Kazak brought out. Brothers was suppressing it, knowing that this ain't right, but suppressing it as best they could and trying to function in it, and until they can't no more. You understand? And brother, there was an epidemic of it. It was one time, it was an epidemic of black women throwing black men out of the house. It was an epidemic. It was like common knowledge. You know what I mean? And I know firsthand, I watched. I tell this story all the time, real quick, and I'll yield. How when I was growing up in the worst place on earth, in the east corner of hell, that black men would leave out and Latino men would leave out to go to work in the morning, work all day. And when they was out at work, come 10, 11 o'clock, right before lunchtime, the Jehovah's Witnesses would come and knock on their door. And they would try to get themselves invited in. Sometimes they would stand there talking at the door. And it was almost like clockwork to me. Within 6 months, I would see that man being thrown. I'd hear the arguing, or I'd hear about the arguing from other brothers in the projects. And the next thing you knew, she was putting that brother out. Right. She put on a long skirt and threw him out the house. And it was like a phenomenon to me, to where I couldn't understand what was going on. But I knew that whatever these Jehovah's Witnesses were saying to this woman at that door, it was making her turn against her husband. That much I was a young kid, but I knew that much. I knew these people, whenever they go to somebody's house and they go talk to them, sooner or later, something happens to that woman where she don't want that brother there no more. And he's out. I yield. So
like, if I could real quick, just double what you're saying, Commander Johanna, is so heavy, because this is one time when I was learning the truth. And I was studying. I was learning the truth. And I said, okay, I'm all the way in the truth, but I'm going to go to the Christian church one more time to confirm and really see that, you know, I'm in that place is wrong, and now this is the truth. So I went there with my woman at the time. I'm young, like 20, 21, 22 or something. So we go to the church, right? While I'm in the church, I'm sitting next to my woman, we listen to the preaching. I've been listening to UPK and videos like, you know, like a fiend. So that's all in my head. So I'm kind of starting to ignore what they're saying because they ain't saying nothing heavy. But as I'm sitting there, I feel my woman's, like, I ain't gonna say her strength rising, but her voice and her power like rising and mine diminishing.
Damn.
I felt it in the spirit.
you can see them trying to inflate her with the demon.
I felt it in the spirit, and that was one of the things that made sure I'm like, I can't go there no more with her for sure. Because I felt it as we sitting there. I just feel her getting larger. Smaller. Oh Lord, it was bad. And brothers is living with that. So
you feel a little extra bass in her voice. She lean across you, pass me that Bible. You thought, oh, wait a minute, what's going on here? Listen, and our sisters, if I could, our sisters deserve better than that. You understand? You sisters, you sisters are not going to tell me in the United States of America that Black women and Latino women are suffering for not having a man. You're not going to tell me. It is now 11:42 on a Wednesday night. You're not going to tell me that there are tens of thousands of our sisters across this country right now, you know, in total on TikTok, you understand, total misery on Instagram. Like, it's so bad, the divide between us, that they did a whole study on how Instagram was making women be depressed. And they were depressed because the women on Instagram were looking so amazing and having such a wonderful life. And these sisters are sitting home after work and don't even have a brother to talk to because they done been separated so apart. Surely you sisters could see something is wrong. And the thing is wrong is just like Kapas said, the thing that you can't see, the demonic work that you can't see is coming from the place that they say holiness is. They say holiness is here in this church, but what's really going on is that's where the demonic spirit is coming to separate you from brothers. So you got to be able to see that. Go ahead, Ox. Salak, I yield.
So, can I say one thing, General?
Get down, brother.
And I just want to say one thing, and Command and General Yohana don't get enough credit for this, but I got to say, the manosphere. A lot of y'all brothers, y'all hear the word manosphere. You hear that over and over and over and over. But before the manosphere, there was ISUPK.
Yes, that's a fact.
I remember coming in when I first came into the truth. It was it was 2008, and I remember seeing the flyer. It had Commander General Yohana on there, and it said the last of the angry black men.
Wow, that's going back.
I remember that. And listen, that's way before all these social media influencers had something to say about black women. Commanding General Yohana was on the street. I saw with my own eyes. I was there. I saw him correct black women, and it was a shocker. It's not like General said, it's not how it is now. He was doing it. It's cavalier what he was doing on the streets of America. And it was shocking. I remember a brother called me on the phone and he said, Cap, I wasn't a captain then. I was an officer. And he said, yeah, I see y'all on YouTube checking the black woman. Do y'all do that in real life? I said, YouTube is real life. Yes, that's happened. That happened right now. It just happened tonight. The video it happened tonight. He was shocked because he couldn't believe that it was happening in real life. But like the general said, you have so many men who have now found a way to have a divide, and that's what charlatans do. Charlatans find a way to have a divide so they can exploit our people.
Yes, they do.
And Commander General Yohana, and he was so pure, and this is the beautiful thing about Commander General Yohana, yours truly about I just got to say it, General, because a lot of these people are pretending to do the work and pretending to be genuine. I would see Commander General Yohana chastise a sister and then build her back up in the same instance. And those sisters would call the show, call Black Watch back then, and say the water to Commander General Yohana and General Muhammad and the generals for their counsel and how he fixed their marriage, how he fixed their relationships. So a lot of these people, they don't, and I got to say it because they're not going to say it, but I remember. Before that whole manosphere, it was only one champion of truth out on the streets, and that was Commander General Yohana. I got to say it.
The Most High in Christ. Because you remember back then, you could not even get up on the podium. Getting on the podium would anger black women. I'm not talking about even speaking. Just if you just got on the podium, if you just elevated yourself into a position of authority, it would anger black women. It was an amazing thing to see our sisters in that state, and they couldn't understand, right or wrong, Kahan. They couldn't understand back then that we really loved them. We really saw how destroyed they were, how they was destroying their families, throwing their husbands in the street, and we was really genuinely trying to win them to the righteousness of the Most High. And and here's something I rarely talk about, Kahan, and you might know about this. You or Mashak or some of you brothers that have been around, Kapash, I don't know, you might know that. Do you know that they were calling me up? Israelites were calling me up and ripping me. You brothers on the street cursing out black women. You brothers on this, and I'm like, you in the truth. You supposed to be in the truth. Right. You don't see what we doing and why we're doing it. You don't see what's going wrong. I mean, they was y'all remember that? They was losing it.
General, if I could, I remember being able to see some of the hate mail you received. And I also remember General Mayak getting some of the voicemails from these people. And a lot of these people, like you said, they were claiming to be Israelites. And they thought they were trying to play it safe then.
Yes.
And now you see them same niggas on YouTube. Now they got something to say to the black woman. You wasn't doing it then.
Yes, and
They wasn't
if
on
I
the
could
street, Salaki.
go ahead, no, go ahead, Con Salak.
No,
I
they
want to
wasn't on the street, sir. They
No,
wasn't.
they weren't.
They were trying to chastise you and say you going too hard. But now
Yeah.
look at them now.
Now they trying to go. And if I could, Con, I got to just say this: a lot of these cats were bums, and they still bums.
That's right.
Straight up and down. They didn't go out on the street. They didn't fight to be. Even a lot of them, even when they was in the old school, they was sitting in the old school doing nothing. And the brothers was patient with them. And then they ended up out the school and they sat around for 10, 15, 20 years. And then all of a sudden they pop out calling themselves a general, calling themselves this and calling themselves that, when they was bums back then. And they still bums now because they still ain't able to, they still don't have the heart to do the work of the Most High with all their heart and all their soul, like the Lord told them to. Like they didn't care enough about them sisters, man, to fight them sisters. And now look at the school now. Thousands of sisters, man, walking in the right spirit, man. You know what I mean? And rolling together. And we're gonna get back to a lot of these events we having. We done got away from filming those sisters and all them trays of food they made. We used to make it our business to film them sisters with all that food laid out, with their wonderful garments and all that. And brothers used to see that and love that, man. Brothers would call up the school and say, man, them sisters is cooking like that up in there, man. And brothers would come run up in that school looking for a sister. You know what I mean? Now it done, damn right, to where it done got so bad now. Sister finished her 90 days. You know what I'm saying? Cats coming down on her like eagles. You know what I'm saying? Because she done made that transformation. And brother, that is righteousness in the works right there. I ain't taking credit. The credit go to your house shot. But it was beautiful to see, and we need to see it again. The world need to see the great works that came out of us all fighting for the black woman when they thought we was fighting against them. They need to see the works that came out of it, which is all these beautiful sisters in the right spirit now, trying to walk right, trying to do their best to be right. You know what I mean? Critiquing their own works, putting their hand to the grind to help build the schools, man, to help back these brothers up. And they go through hell too, like we fixing brothers too. But these sisters have been masterful in what they've done and how they have upheld this school and done for brothers. I mean, brothers was eating literal garbage on these streets, literally garbage. In these fast food joints in different places, literally garbage, man. And as a result, these sisters stepped all the way in. And some cats, man, for the first time in their life, some brothers ain't never even had 5 days of a square meal. They ain't never even had 5 home cooked meals in a row. They don't even know what that is, coming from some places they done came from. Sometimes their mama never did it, their girl never did it, none of that in the world. Now they coming home, the sisters cooking. Y'all see the recipes. Go on Facebook and look at the ISUPK channel and see them sisters presenting them plates of food that they be making for their husband. They be making all kind of 2-course, 3-course meals for their husband. You know what I'm saying? Salaki, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut y'all off. I yield. Go ahead.
And Salaki, could I say one thing?
Go ahead. Get down.
And also another thing too. Another thing that the ISUPK under Command Junior Hana has been doing with women. You have sisters that's in here that's getting highly educated in here.
That's true.
Degrees, PhDs, man.
Big shout out to Muhammad.
What's that? Captain Napadazar. I think it's out there in Ohio.
Yes, sir. Captain Napadazar.
His daughter is visiting Yale. Got to accept his letter from Yale.
Dang.
You understand?
Cold-blooded.
I mean, come on, man. Like, Command. Like
his wife is studying to be a lawyer.
I'm gonna talk about it.
See that? His wife is studying to be a lawyer.
Come on, man.
Go ahead, Kahan. Go ahead.
It's the young sisters that's coming in here and through the council of General Muhammad and we're molding sisters to be. We're building men and women. We're doing it the right way.
That's right.
We're not doing it like the Christian church. Once again, everything that the generals and the captains been bringing out. It's been, and the officers been bringing out, it's been spot on. Because if you want to see the power of what the Christian church did on the left hand side, just look at Tyler Perry.
Right. That's it.
That's all you gotta do.
That's a fact.
All you gotta do is look. Tyler Perry is so rich now, and his house is a powerhouse in Hollywood because he put on a dress and the Christian church endorsed it.
That's right.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
You can't
That's a
debate that.
fact.
That's a fact. So if you want to talk about masculinity versus femininity, they're supposed to be complements of each other.
Yes.
Christ said that there's no Jew nor Greek, male or female. Christ is not divided.
That's right.
But these people, these charlatans, as Commander Junior Yohana eloquently stated, they're out there trying. They have to divide you because they want to exploit you.
Exactly.
That's the key.
Gotta isolate you to rob you.
There you go. That's why they scatter the sheep. Well, it's heavy what you just said, General. They have to divide you. And now the Lord has given me a vision for 40 days and 40 nights. I need 40,000. Lock the door.
Yeah.
It came to me, and it was so heavy as a young man in Mississippi. I remember, and these pastors so greedy. I remember as a young man, I'll never forget this. We in the church, and I'm hearing what's the scripture where it said Jesus wept. The pastor read, he said, well, you know, Jesus wept. And I'm thinking, okay, it's about to get really emotional in here because he said, because it wasn't enough money. And I said, hold up. This nigga done turned Jesus wept into money? This is how preposterous this thing has become. You perverted the gospel.
And can I know y'all want to jump in, but can I just say one last thing on it? And that is what these sisters in these churches don't know. I'm talking old, young, middle age, all that. What they don't know, that everything that they looking for is absolutely not in that church.
Right.
Everything that they looking for, they in the wrong place to find it. Like they could be getting it, but they getting none of it. They getting sold a bag of dreams. You understand? They being told, make that man spend all that money to have that wedding. And now you have a big old giant wedding with a big diamond ring. And 2 years later, you're in a lesbian relationship because some bull dagger done convinced you to have sex with her. He done left you, and now you in a mess. Like this is that like if you want good men, you have to remove the homosexuals, which is a monumental task to do in church. Like you're gonna have to obey the scriptures and say there's no place for a homosexual in the house of the Lord, and you're going to have to now remove them from the church. It's the only way you're going to have men for all you sisters, man. And it's a shame that you don't have it. You deserve to have it, and you don't have it. And we need to not be fighting each other while these homosexuals are getting rich off of us. We need to not be fighting each other while some homosexual demands $40,000 out of you in one night. That shouldn't go on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shouldn't go on.
It's like if I could, real quick, and I want to double down what Kahan said. Commander Yohana, what you in the school was bringing out back then was ahead of its time and right on time, because I remember when I was first listening, and around that time, like the 2010s and 2000s and them times, there was basically not a voodoo, but the women had certain talking points that men didn't know how to battle, that men didn't have the knowledge to confront. So when Commander Yohana came out with the tapes and with the videos, it was giving brothers the kung fu on how to battle a woman, because brothers was stuck. There was a whole bunch of brothers, I'm telling you, I was in the world during that time. Brothers was stuck. They had no response to certain things that women were throwing at them. And it's hard for me to remember some of them. But
so true. So true, what you're saying.
Some
like they had successfully sacked the leadership of the Black and Latino community to their own hurt, to their own demise. They had successfully sacked it. And brothers back then, we all had to go out and put ourselves on display and take the darts to fight against that force. And we did it, and because of it, we won our sisters. And that's what I'm saying now. A lot of this is going around the country, the hatred and disdain for black men because of the election. Black men being blamed for the election. Black women are upset with black men over the election. And I'm here to say, sister, don't be fooled by that election. Don't be fooled by that. You know what I mean? Neither party would have done us any good. You know what I mean? And we've had enough dividing between us. We could build something better. We can build something better than anything the Democrats built. We could build something better than anything the Republicans built. We can build something that doesn't mean we have to give up our man or our woman. We could build something that means we don't have to go to the abortion clinic, and we don't have to make homosexuals out of our sons, and we don't have to be divided and in child support court. We could build something better. Like it's up to us. If we decide to build better, we could build better. And when we build better, it's going to be amazing. What Peter and them did by bringing brothers and sisters together back in the day, during the time of Yahushua, our king, what it did was so righteous, so brotherly, so caring, that they turned around and destroyed the Sadducees and Pharisees, which was the established religious order for 135 years. For 135 years, the Hashmonean dynasty legitimately sat in the Levitical position of Sadducees and Pharisees and ran the nation of Israel. And for 135 years, they were unchallenged until our king Yahushua walked up into that temple and challenged all the doctors and scholars. And when he did that, it changed everything. And Peter and them brothers did what it took for them to win our brothers and sisters. And here's the amazing part. Every single one of these churches is begging for money. When meanwhile, Peter took the money that they had together in their organization. Peter took that money and they went out and he distributed that money to the brothers and sisters that needed it. He didn't gobble up $40,000 and put it in his pocket.
Right.
He took the Lord killed the man who tried to hold back the money. That's a lesson for a lot of you preachers. You holding back the money from helping the people who need it the most, especially now in Donald Trump's economy, in all the topsy-turviness in the economics. Now, but more than ever, not only do they need the financial help, but they also need the wisdom on what to do in these times when it comes to our relationships.
Right.
When it comes to sexuality, when it comes to all of these things, man, raising our children, keeping our family together, keeping our kids off of the drugs that they've been pouring into our hood for so long. Surely, there ain't no way you're going to tell me that black men and black women don't see that all of this is wrong. They need to not only see that it's wrong, but also join the solution to it. Let's stop using that word. Let's use the word, what is the salute? The question, what is the solution? I can give it to you. Our identity, our laws, our statutes, our commandments, all the real things that Christ came to give us, that your preachers swindled you out of. I yield the water.
Right.
Right, sir.
That's right.
It's a lot.
They act like they want the solution, but when they get the medicine, they ain't want to take it.
Right, which is what we're going to have to help them with, because our people are so destroyed. Like, we done been played by so many people. Everybody playing us. Preachers playing us, the white man playing us, everybody playing us. Our Latino brothers swore up and down that Donald Trump was going to take the day.
Yeah.
And the second he got in there, he started erecting Nazi Germany. He ain't waste no time. He been in there 2 months. And already the country is looking like a Nazi country.
Yeah.
In 6 months, this place will be a total different place on the face of this earth. Like, in no time. You know what I mean? And those of our sisters and brothers who believed in Kamala Harris, it would have been just as bad. If she would have, we would have been sitting there like, yo, I can't believe this.
Yes.
It would have been just as horrible.
Right.
I'm saying. So, yeah. No go, man. No way. No way. You know what I'm saying? And so we got to come together. It's like I yield. I ain't mean to keep going on. You got another story, Michelle?
That's what I was just want to ask you. So if you want to,
Yeah, I mean it's 12, but y'all want to call it? We did run 2 hours. Did we run 2 hours? Right?
Just about an hour and a half. I don't know if you want to run one more story, sir.
I'm with it.
It's midnight. What's everybody still in with us?
I don't want to come.
Fancy. Mm-hmm.
As far as the let me just look at the chat room right quick. How y'all feeling out there? Y'all who want to go on? Anybody want to go on? Any takers for another 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like another 30 minutes.
Fancy.
All right, let's do it. What you got, Michelle?
Come on. We got the Poland NATO route in Russia and Ukraine.
Now there was, wait a minute, if I could, Michelle, wasn't there a story? There was a story. Oh man, can y'all bear with me just a hot second? There was a very
Everybody just stand by 1 second, General. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
We got the headset one with me, Mark Kelly.
That's the one that he with the messages.
No, with the chat.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The chat war. They get in the chat.
From chat.
Oh, everybody jumping in the chat, telling you what story.
Oh no, we were just going down the list. We were just going down the. John, I don't know if your mic went out or anything. It may be that your mic went out, sir.
They saying in the chat they good for another 30 minutes. They saying,
Yeah, they're saying keep going.
Keep rocking with us.
Con, sir. Con, yes. Con, sir. Yeah, they're definitely rocking with us. Yeah, that one with the signal chat.
Yeah, that's one, but did you hear that Trump revoked the status of 500,000 immigrants who are legally in the United States?
Yeah.
He revoked their status, 500,000 of them. You understand?
Yeah.
Like that's insane. Big shout out to Kazak Shapar, Officer Madabar, big shout out to you as well. Jacob Brown, big shout out to you. Your Pasha Yard, big shout out to you. Young man Kev, holding it down, big shout out to you. Strong Light Entertainment, big shout out to you. Eric Brewer, big shout out to you. Got some heavy cats in the building. Trooper Zakarwan, big shout out to you, Zakarwan. You're holding it down. Big shout out to Amana Bafia Howard. Good to see you, sis. Always rolling with us. Kaya Dewan, brother. Your videos are earth shattering. I just got to give you your accolades out. Like your videos. I know I'm pronouncing you wrong. Like Kaya Dewan. Did I got that right, Michelle?
I think this is a different brother. I think this brother's in Alaska.
Oh, okay. Big shout out to you, an Alaska warrior. But that Kaya Dewan in Jamaica, woo!
Yeah.
That boy got a badass channel.
Yeah.
Like if y'all ain't check it out, just the same name, Kaya Dewan that you see here, put that joint in TikTok, and you gonna see some videos. You know what I'm saying? Bathrawana, big shout out to you, Bathrawana. Maria Stevens, I meant to read your story, if I could, before we just jump up off this story, because you brought out a heavy point. How I'm gonna try to find it real quick, but that was a real good point that Maria that you brought out about it is you said concert. I had to go to against my daughter's father about abortion. He wanted her to do it, and she's married. I told him I don't believe in it, but he's a Christian. That's a perfect example of how these people divide us. Now, this brother not knowing, because he learning from the Christian church, is going to turn around now and encourage his daughter to kill her baby, which she's having with her married husband, which makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
You understand? And it's the way it ain't no scab on anybody that did it, because we all been taught that way. But now we don't have to be that way. We don't have to go down that road. You understand? If you went down that road before, so what? The Lord, you didn't know. The Lord said he winked at you in your ignorance, but now you know. So that's why Sister Maria went up against it. So big shout out to you, sis, for going up against it. You know what I'm saying? That was strong. Big shout out to Makwalat. I think Makwalat is this the same Makwalat that got that heavy ass channel as well. Makwalat is a beast on the internet with that channel. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A big shout out to you. TV Tavel Walker, I think that is. Big shout out to you. Kazakwa Nah, big shout out to you, sis. Always holding it down up in the truth. All right. Strong sister out of Canada. All right. I think that's it for now. I'll catch everybody else up later. All right. I just want to pass it back to Meshach. Let him go and jump into this last story. I think we should do that revoking of 500,000 of our brothers and sisters' status in this country. So vile and so wrong. So horrible. They stripping this country down.
Yeah.
And like Muhammad brought out Monday night, they're gonna pay the price for it because they're gonna need our talent.
That's right.
They don't need they think they're gonna pop them robots out the box and them robots gonna run everything. They so dumb.
Yeah.
They so dumb. You know what I mean? Like computers, out of everything that Esau has ever invented, or so-called invented, because he stole damn near everything. Out of all the electronics that Esau has ever stolen or acquired, the most unreliable electronic of all has been the computer chip. Like refrigerators don't crash and go offline and you got to reset them.
Right.
You understand? Toasters don't crash and go offline. You understand? Even TVs, they might blow, but they don't crash and go offline 20 times a year. They don't get infected with viruses. The computer has been the worst thing that he's ever made. It's been the most unreliable thing here. That's why you got to have 1,000 different security measures. Have to always be updating it. What machine do you build that you got to update every 3, 4, 5 days? You got to put security patches on it. You got to do this and that to keep it. The computer is a horrible tool.
Right.
It's a horrible tool, yet it is being used now to run everything. But it is a terrible damn tool. You know what I'm saying? It's a terrible daggone tool. So it is not impressive at all, not in the least. You know what I'm saying? And as a result, he thinks now he could do all kinds of things in the world, when he can't do any of the things that he needs to do, because them computers is going to fail 10 gazillion times.
Right.
They're going to be failing.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
And I don't know if you want me to get into the story, Slock. I don't want to say nothing.
Salakia, get down, warrior. Slock.
Okay. I was just going to say, and one of the main groups that I heard that they was trying to get rid of was the Haitian brothers and sisters, which is a big mistake.
Yeah,
that is a big mistake, because the Haitians, they're bringing so much ingenuity and strength to America that is unheard of. Like we shout out to Officer Yatazar and Officer Sharatazar and Salaki General Katham Gabar, General Mayak. We were in Haiti and we went to see the Citadel last week. The Citadel is a castle that over 200,000 Haitian brothers built. That's on the highest mountain in the whole northern region of Haiti in Okap. And from that mountain, from that castle, you could see everything. It's full of cannons. It's like an hour up a mountain.
Wow.
To get to it. And they built it by hand.
Wow.
You know, not with construction trucks and none of that, but with hand and donkeys.
Wow.
And they built it 100 years ago. It's got its own water collection. It collects its own water. It's got, like I said, it can fit up to 5,000 soldiers if need be. It's 2,000 regularly, but up to 5,000. And they built it to fight against the French. The French never even thought to try to fight against that damn thing. You can see from the top of that thing, you can see the whole route damn near. So as soon as you see them walking up there, you can shoot cannons at it. Up like every couple minutes up the trail, there's like a little outhouse. And we riding up the trail in the little SUV.
Wow, that's
and as we driving by it, Haitians pop out. Boom. every time we get a little farther, another group of Haitians pop out from their little outhouse. Boom. I'm like, ain't no way you're gonna bring a squadron up this path. Whatever group you bring up this path is gonna get picked off. By the time you get to the top, you started with 1,000 men, you're gonna get to the top with 10. Because the way it's built is so strategic. It's like unbelievable that somebody would build something so strategic. And this is before there's cars. So this is all on foot type of action. There's no way nobody was going to take that down on foot. Look at that. The last 45 minutes, or it's 15 minutes on horse. We went up on the last 15 minutes on horse, and you'll be exhausted by the time you get to the top.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
And it's
y'all filmed all of this?
Yes, we did. We got 400 pictures and videos, and all of it's getting put on ISBK 80 on YouTube.
Oh, correct.
So there's already some footage tapes of it. That trail. That trail goes down for 45 minutes. It goes down. Right there is like 5 minutes of the trail. So them same brothers and sisters over here in America, they doing all type of business. They're doing all type of business. Like, we connected with the Haitian community here in Indianapolis. We got a trooper who's a Haitian from Haiti. He's about to be a trooper. We get his name next week. Shout out to Jean. He's going to be a trooper. But we was going to do a business with him, but he said the Haitians is all about to leave. He said because there's so much uncertainty, and then they got to the March 25th, April 25th for the TPS program. That he said the Haitians is all about to leave. He said we was going to do a little of get them a van and have them take Haitians to work because there's so many of them and they working, all of them working.
Wow.
He said it ain't gonna work no more because they all going back. So this country, like you said, this country gonna feel it because those Haitians, they all work. None of them come here and sit around and complain like the oppressor and beg and none of it. They all work. So that's 500,000 job vacancies that they're talking about.
That's crazy.
That's why in Florida they supposedly supposed to be trying to make a law where 16-year-olds can work overnight shifts and work full-time hours.
So like they already catching them in there. They catch them. They caught one 14-year-old back there with some fries. They already doing it. They're doing it before the law.
Do we have the story? Let's read the story. Just to see what they're saying about it. If we have it.
Yep, I got it right here, sir. Trump revokes legal status for 530,000 Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans. This March 21st to the Sluggy, U.S. President Donald Trump's administration will revoke the temporary legal status of 530,000 Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans in the United States, according to a Federal Register notice on Friday, the latest expansion of his crackdown on immigration. The move, effective April 24th, cuts short a 2-year parole granted to the migrants under former President Joe Biden that allowed them to enter the country by air if they had U.S. sponsors. Trump, a Republican, took steps to ramp up immigration enforcement after taking office, including a push to deport record numbers of migrants in the U.S. illegally. He has argued that the legal entry parole programs launched under his Democratic predecessor overstepped the boundaries of federal law and called for their termination in a January 20th executive order. Trump said on March 6th that he would decide very soon whether to strip the parole status from some 240,000 Ukrainians who fled to the U.S. during the conflict with Russia. Trump's remarks came in response to a Reuters report that said his administration planned to revoke the status for Ukrainians as soon as April. Biden launched a parole entry program for Venezuelans in 2022 and expanded it to Cubans, Haitians, and Nicaraguans in 2023 as his administration grappled with high levels of illegal immigration from those nationalities.
If I could,
am I wrong when he said they also gonna put out the Ukrainians?
They said they were talking about it, sir, but they're not a part of this move at all. So
this particular move, right? Okay.
Yeah, so they're just talking about it, sir.
If I could, if I just jump in right there, like that, this day is for sure entirely political. The area, the geographical region he targeting with this, which is a large amount of the tribe of Asher from Venezuela. Like they're trying to make a move on Maduro for about 8 years now. With Trump, they're trying to squeeze him so bad. So of course, he don't have to think about the Venezuelans and the Cubans and everybody else, but he has to think about Ukraine and Russia because they're still working out a deal with Putin and Zelensky. Depends on how that deal go, is if he gonna kick every Ukrainian out. He's still using the Ukrainians in America as the cards on the table, like how he told Zelensky, you ain't got no cards. Right. Playing cards he using on the table, but the Asherites, he is using them to try to eventually invade Venezuela to try to get that oil over there and get hold of all the gas finds they have, because now they're saying the Venezuelans that they did get to deport have some sort of connection to the Tren de la Agua, which is some gang. I ain't never heard about that gang before. They just invent some gang that they say is a threat to national security, and they want to invoke all these wartime procedures. They say even this thing he doing here is something they would normally do when a country is at war with another country.
Yeah.
Ain't that something? Oh, wait.
Just ramping up to give you the pretense of, so when they go to do something in Venezuela, the public will be more accepting of it. But of course, because you're not the son of Esau, you're not some filthy, begging Ukrainian, you could get to stay a little bit longer and get treated with much more dignity.
Ain't that something?
And to add to what you're saying to Cap, like it's almost to the point where, as you say, he's invoking laws that you use for enemy. For people who we at war with, the laws you're using to get our brothers and sisters out of the country. And this is a good time to be in the truth, brothers and sisters. Now them words jumping out the book. It's in front of your face. You understand? Because the Bayesian president or prime minister, Marie Ottier, I believe it's her name, she came out and said she will give up her U.S. passport, her U.S. visa for them Cubans. Which then that this is only going to bring us together more and more. The Lord is forcing us to come together, and he's using, the most evil oppressor of them all, you understand, to do it. And it's good. And it's just like what you say too, General. And we taught us in this Bible, like we are the soul to the earth. We are the soul to the earth. And the oppressor knows if he leaves us alone, that salt is going to show on the earth. You know what I mean? Black people need to recognize and watch what's going on. For example, sir, I'm not with the Chinese, right? But right now they say China have the best electric cars on the planet. They say they sold over 1 billion cars, I believe, last year. And it says it's going to increase this year. They are the best electric cars. You understand? But the oppressor, he won't let black people alone. Because if you leave black people alone, you think we're going to stop inventing stuff? We will continue inventing.
Heck
Now,
yeah.
stuff is going to be better.
Yeah.
But to me, what he is doing is no different than what the oppressor in the Middle East is doing. This is a numbers game to the oppressor. It's a numbers game. And his people are not reproducing like our people. And he knows it. And he is trying to do what they're doing, the oppressor across there in the Middle East is doing to Hamas, which is trying to put you back. He's trying to, disrupt your country.
Lower your numbers.
You can't see. He's trying to lower your numbers, disrupt your country. You understand? Who knows if them people he's sending back, if some of them is people who they don't have on the books paid to disrupt your country. You know what I mean? Like the way he thinks, he thinks, he is war. That's how he's able to survive and to keep his status. It's war. War.
That's right.
Because the time's short, now you're seeing it more and more that he is not about peace. He's about war. And that's, and black people, you pay attention, you're going to see, you know what I mean? Because the Chinese have a better car than him. Instead of him go inside his factory and start building better cars, he's not doing that. He is going to go to war with the Chinese man. That's how he thinks. He's going to go to war with him because he is not, blessed with brain. He's blessed with his sword. And Esau knows it. You know what I mean?
Heavy.
If I could, too, sir, Salaki. It's called what is called the Alien Enemies Act of 1798. That's the law that he's using, and it's crazy because it's called the Alien Enemies Act. So it lets it lets us know what kind of economy and what kind of status we're in right now. You at war. Just to put it simple and plain, there's a war on our people, and you are an enemy of the state by decree. And Trump is stripping everything. He's shrinking the government. He's stripping everything. Even down to the Constitution. It's not going to even say we the people no more. It's just going to say we. He's going to strip everything down. And it's crazy because the irony of it is you can't even afford eggs because of the bird flu. They buy their eggs. They want to try to buy eggs from Brazil. So, like it's gonna backfire always when they try to do this because they need our people. They need our brothers and sisters in this place more than what they know. So,
way more than they know.
So it's a show of force. It's to appease his donors, the MAGA movement. And those people to make them feel like that America is being cleaned up. America is, America 2.0. But the Lord is in this. The Lord is in this for sure. And anytime you start to see this, it's a stark reminder of what happened in Egypt. And speaking of Egypt, we got the Passover coming up. You know what I'm saying? So in Atlanta. So this is our story. This is how you know when God is getting ready to really bring down his wrath. And because of Donald Trump doing all these things, the Lord gonna plague this place more and more. He's gonna plague this place more and more because the cry of Israel has gone up, as the scripture. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
A lot of families being separated. A lot of brothers and sisters that's hard workers that came here. A lot of their children were supposed to graduate this year. That's all been destroyed. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of their family members is in the military right now.
That's correct.
He talking about putting them out.
That's right, General. A lot of them are the real patriots, or almost like it was reminiscent of Crispus Attucks, who was the first black man who died during the Revolutionary War. We're always the first.
Whose history they trying to wipe out? Go ahead.
Right, that's right. I forgot, Jim. They'll say they'll say Crispus Attucks was a DEI. He was DEI, even though he DIE'd. They would say that. He died trying to for America. But that is what they will say in these times dealing with these different acts. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so spirit is more proof why we have to come together. Why it's time to get in the ISUPK under Command General Yohana and do what's right, because we have a golden opportunity now. We didn't exhausted all options. I don't know if these black preachers, they're not going to tell you. They too busy having a 40-day fast on target.
Right.
We have exhausted all options now.
Yeah.
You're not going to boycott your way out of this.
Nope.
The only way to get out of this is to turn back to the Lord.
That's right.
So
He's
true.
not our final option. He's our only option.
That's
and
right.
the Lord is a jealous God. He's not going to let you use economics to get out of oppression. He's not going to give his power to a microchip like the general computer. You know, he's not going to give his power to Microsoft Word. He wants the glory, and he's going to get the glory.
That's right.
And the only way that we're going to get out of this situation is to seek the face of the Most High. So, like I yield.
Yeah. Go ahead, Kupa. I'll jump in after you. Go ahead.
Okay, real quick. Salaki Adawan. No, you can go ahead, Adawan.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead, Cap. No, go ahead. I was just trying to identify, make sure it was you. Go ahead.
Khan, just real quick, I would like to say this right here should damn near be a precedent in history.
Yeah.
As far as, okay, Joe Biden invited them in, made a program that they can all come in legally. Now, you get a new president 4 years later, and he could just say, you know what? Forget that whole deal. And then it's not like they say, well, hold on, we made a deal. You can't do this. It's none of that. So basically, no matter what we do with the oppressor, what we get passed, what we do, what deal we strike, what law gets passed in 4 years, they're letting us know we could just throw that deal away.
Exactly.
It wasn't my deal. Oh, it wasn't your deal. It was with the United States of America.
Yeah.
Well, that was the last president. I'm a new president. Deal off the table. Screw you. Yeah. Even though I got the work out of you, I got some things out of you. You transformed your whole life and up and moved, left your family, left your people, left your this and left you that. Came here, got a job, started investing in this country, start making money, start building up this place, paying your taxes. You know what? Forget that deal. That was the last president. Now you have to leave, and he's even talking about saying they got to self-deport. Talking about they got to spend their own money.
Because of course he don't want to have to spend money for 5,300,000 people.
That's right.
God.
You know what I mean? Like he don't want to have to do that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Kapas. Go ahead.
No, I'm about to wrap it up right now, Juan, because what you're bringing out is heavy. He would just let you know this is the worst man to make a deal with.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the deal maker, right? He's Donald Trump.
Right, out of the deal.
He's the deal breaker.
Right.
He letting you know we shouldn't, as a people, this got to get deep in us. There is no way we can make an agreement with them.
Yeah,
that's right.
They set their whole country up in a way that can break any deal or any agreement that they make.
That's right.
And they could just blame it on. He could just blame it on somebody else. That wasn't me who made it. That was the last president.
Right, like you just on your own.
So it's no agreements we can make. There's not treaties we can sign. There's nothing we can deal with them. Black people, we fought for 40, 50 years, had brothers dying, kids getting beaten in the streets with water hoses and dogs, blowing up churches with children in them. We went through all that. Brothers getting killed just for them to make us new president and let's get rid of it. It's DEI, slap a name on it and throw it out to trash.
Yeah. And Cap,
civil rights, Salaki.
Go ahead, Cap. Go ahead.
I was just going to land it here. It's supposed to be called civil rights. They said, well, it's called DEI, and we're going to throw DEI in the trash. You ain't throwing the civil rights in the trash. You're throwing the DEI in the trash. So that way, what? We just, now we don't know what you're doing. Is the worst man to make a deal with is the white man. Now we know. Every tribe knows now. But if you didn't know before, but some tribes are trying to act like, it's not affecting us. We good. You know what I'm saying? You got Dominicans kicking Haitians out of their country. Now they getting kicked out of a country.
That's it.
Yep.
You know, you got seeing how he treated the Puerto Rican brothers. They even talking about kicking Jamaicans and other tribes out. Which so, like I said, it's the worst. This is a point in history where from now on nobody can say let's go to the government like Cap Khan said in March and boycott and get a law passed and the bill passed. Because in 4 years that bill will be thrown in the garbage and the guy will have plausible deniability, or he can say it's not his fault because he didn't make that deal.
Yeah.
Even though it's
So
the same
heavy.
government. I land there. It's a lot.
Listen, would you give it up, y'all? Like that, what you said was so heavy. You was triggering all of us because what you saying is so heavy in that, like you said, that means he just can break any deal, which means, and this is what I wonder. I wonder if blacks and Latinos and Native Indians will have the strength to come back now and say, you know what, ISUPK, you know what, y'all were right. Y'all were right. You know, we worked for 60 years from the days of Martin Luther King. We didn't understand the way y'all was coming down on us, but now we understand that you really cared for us and didn't want us to expend all of our hope into a people that was just going to cut our throat the first minute this thing went the way it went. I wonder if black people, Latino people, Native Indian people going to come back to us and say, we now understand what you all were saying when you said that we are not to mix with these people, that we got to help ourselves. We now understand how right you was. You know what I'm saying? Now that, like you brought out so eloquently, Kapash, now that all that you did in the 60s is gone, thrown out, all the history from the 1800s of how many brothers fought for this country in every single war that is out there. And they are not only wiping out their names and records from the military and the websites, but also removing their names from the headstones in Arlington Cemetery. If that story is true, it is horrific. Like everything, I mean, literally everything that we worked for as a people, this cat is just totally decimating it. And now that we work so hard, I wonder, will our brothers and sisters look at us, look at the ISUPK, look at Commander General Yohana, look at all his top people and all these brothers that you see here tonight, and look at everything that we do and now say, dang, we realize that you were actually doing what God said before all of this was going to take place. I wonder, man. But that's what should be said. Like we done went through all of this, and now look at this man. Everything is gone. Everything, every name, every soldier, every piece of history, every book, everything gone. White, like in a year, this will be a fully white nation. And even the education, the media, the stories, everything will be pro-white. It'll be like black people don't exist. Like he's doing exactly what he need to do to make us invisible, to get rid of us. Like you make us invisible, then it's no problem getting rid of us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just the same way they used to kill us before the video camera.
Right.
Once the video camera came, it became all difficult. Riots, marches, Freddie Gray, the other cat, all this came out. So now take away every ounce of ability for them to be seen, and then you can go slaughter them and nobody will never know.
That's right.
Like what the Israelis is going through is what they don't want to go through. The Israelis is going through the whole world seeing the atrocities that they are committing against those people. You understand? The world is seeing it and is shocked, and their whole attitude towards the state of Israel has completely changed. Completely changed, like, you know, from before. But they don't want that to happen in America. They want America to be able to do what they do in the dark. And that's why they use, last point, that's why they got caught with those classified documents going out. You know why they got caught with them classified documents? because they did exactly what Hillary Clinton did. Hillary Clinton had classified documents on a unsecured server, and the reason she had them on there was because she didn't want to have to explain all the evil things that they was doing over there at the State Department. See, all of them, or when you on those government sites, all of the records are recorded. That's how they catch some guy writing an email 10 years later saying he said this and he did that, because they kept all of that stuff is recorded. But if you go get an outside server where you push doing classified operations on that outside server, there's nobody to take account of it, unless somebody gets into it. And they put it on Signal thinking it was safe and secure, and that shit went out to everybody in the public. That's damn near a war crime. You got everybody, and if they hacked into it, that means they got spies' names and who these people are, and all manner of things that they doing. So that's how that stuff got spilled out into the street. Sneaking, trying to do something under the radar that they didn't want nobody to know about. And that is what they want to do to us. And it is why our brothers and sisters, you should see the mistake we made. You should see where we trusted in those we should not have trusted in. And you should say to yourself, what do we do for us now? You know what I'm saying? I was even impressed. Last point, Salak, I had one. I was even impressed at the fact that there were many brothers. Okay, y'all probably all have seen that out there that's listening to the show. That during all over TikTok, they got a video out. A bunch of these videos, people are making these videos that say there's a big protest on April 5th. And then they show the person trying to get up out the chair to go join it. And then they bring in a voice trying to sound like God that said, sit your black ass down. I don't know if y'all seen that yet?
I ain't see it since a lot.
It's circling around on TikTok, because in essence, what they're saying is don't join anything while all this day, like black people know this is an excuse to slaughter people. So they are telling other black people, don't join it. And brother, it is this is the first time that black people have ever told each other, let's not march. Let's not run into them streets. Let's not join any of that. That's what they want. And that shows some real strategy, some real brotherhood, some real all of us working together. And because of that, if you find your way to the prophets of the Lord, we will give you real things to do. Protesting is nothing compared to what you can do to help yourselves and help your nation, and to make the enemy pay for the mishandling and abuse of you. Like finally, for the first time, the Martin Luther King March on Washington type activity has been halted by black people. That is monument. That in itself is colossal. That is unprecedented, because the first thing we ready to do is have a march or a rally. And for us to not do it means we, one, see how dangerous a situation we're in, and two, we using our better minds to work against this place. Bravo to black men and black women, Latino men and Latino women, Native Indian men, Native Indian women. Bravo to you. I yield.
Salaka, John, if I could.
Right on the time. Go ahead, Cap.
Oh, my bad, Cap. Salaka.
No. Go ahead.
No,
go ahead, Cap.
I was just saying, like how they wiping away all that history, but it's one thing they haven't wiped away, and that's Martin Luther King Jr. His statue is still up there. You know what I'm saying? They still have his statue up there. And a lot of these so-called black politicians, they gonna be unalive because they trying to follow this place, man. So it's just and it's sad, but on Capitol Hill, it's just like Mars Hill in Rome. It's just the same thing. We extensions with Greco-Roman Empire, and it's so serious what time we in, man. So we thank God for the records that the men of the Lord kept these records for us. That we would have a light into the future.
That's
so true.
Everything we depended on them to keep our records, and we're depending on them. They gonna, they wiping everything. They taking everything but the kitchen sink. And they doing that.
So, like you right. That's what they did in Egypt. That's why we don't have the records of our slavery. Because they took those records too, and you're right, they take these records and wipe out our history on it, and we would have never known. Like, had they known this Bible was a black Bible, they would have never let this Bible come into this country. So
So it just that's all I had to say, gentlemen. Like I said, everything that the UPK been saying, it's
Yeah.
spot on. It's just like, you know, y'all got to catch up. Y'all saying that we was outdated and the Bible is this. The Bible is past, present, and future. It's the only book that gives the history of the future.
Yeah.
The only book that gives the history of the future. So we here now.
Right.
True.
I yield.
That's right.
Well said, brother. Well said. I yield.
That's right.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. The time that I think it was good to go for tonight. If it's to have you.
Certainly. Most definitely. I'm the water y'all for having me, man. I had a good time hanging with y'all. I gotta come out much more often, man. Hang with y'all on Wednesday night. I'm gonna get that Saturday together too. I know I've been saying it, but that Saturday gonna come together. Y'all stay tuned and look out for me on Saturday. I'm gonna be rolling solo live calls. We're gonna be getting it on, all right? So y'all look for that. That's coming up, Lord allow, this Saturday, or if not this Saturday, it may get held till after the Passover. But I believe we're gonna jump on it this Saturday. The Hebrew Academy classes have ended, so now we're gonna try to establish this Saturday class. So we're gonna see what we could do. So look for that. Salaki, go ahead, Cap.
Come. Most High in Christ. Again, to water for you. I mean, come on, true.
Most High in Christ.
I just want to make sure and tell everybody, pay your Passover fee, man. Go to isp.com. Drop that 200. It's tax time. You ain't got no excuses. It's tax time, and you ain't got no excuses. Drop that 200. Pay that thing off. If it's 2 of y'all, 4. If it's 3 of y'all, 6. Drop that money and command journey and have damn near all expenses paid for the whole week. That's you're good for the week. Admission, food, drink, everything done all the way up. All you gotta do is get there and pay for your hotel. Pay that Passover fee, man. Also pay your tithes. ISUPK.com again. Pay your tithes. Support the truth. Don't rob the Lord like Pastor Sap and all them, fake and them Christian preachers. Pay your tithes, man. Support the truth. Right? This is your government, your military. You tired of seeing what Trump and them doing? Let's go build your own.
That's right.
UPK, man. We doing it.
Dude, we ain't gonna have a choice.
Damn right, sir.
We
doing it the right way and the only way. You know what I mean? So again, for Water, again to Commander Johnny for coming through. To Water, to Joe, Captain Nathat, Captain Kahan, Captain Kapash, Officer Warrior, Officer Kazak. You know what I mean? The usual suspects will be back. Lord allow. Next Wednesday, once the weather is good and Christ ain't back yet, we're gonna be back. Don't forget, check out Commander Johnny Hanna every Monday night at 9 p.m. Black Watch with the heavy hitting crew, 9 p.m. right on this channel. And with that, like I say, Alawa Panya, Barak.
Yabashima Shabrakathum, Thawadakim.
That's right.
Hey, you ever stop? What's going on, Breeze?
Hey, what's going on? I don't want.
Everything too wild.
What's wrong?
But that Passover thing was something else, huh?
How you say that?
You'll see. I go knock on right there.
Oh shit.
Hey, Shalom, stop.
Hey,
Shalom,
stop. What's going on? I don't want.
Y'all paid y'all Passover fee?
Nah, I pay mine in a couple weeks. Probably about 2-3 weeks.
I paid half for it, man.
Half for it.
Con.
2-3 weeks, huh?
Ouch.
I know you ain't trying to teach class and you ain't pay your Passover fee.
I can't teach class out of one?
That's on you.
Lord be with y'all. Lord be with you.
Let's get it. All right. Ooh-wee.
Lil Joe don't do nothing.
All right. You know what? I'm tired of betting these dollars. Nigga, bet 10.
Nigga bet.
Nigga bet.
Nigga bet.
Nigga bet 20.
Nigga bet.
Yeah, watch. It's gonna hit. Oh,
y'all niggas ain't in there shooting dice. Y'all ain't pay y'all Passover fee.
Calm, sir.
I'll be with y'all.
Calm.
That's on you. I'll be with you.
Get your money up. Ooh, I got them new J's for the all black party. Hey, come to the mic. Watch it. Look. Oh, shit.
I know you ain't about to bring new J's and you ain't pay your Passover fee.
Calm, sir.
That's on you, Ock. Lord be with you.
Calm.
Lord be with you.
Damn. Oh, man, this Passover demon been crazy this year, man.
Calm, sir.
Bruh, I was knocking on been everywhere.
Man, the nigga was in my house.
Wow. Hey, let's just go on and pay this Passover fee right now.
Come
I'm about to pay mine now.
Yeah, me too.
I know y'all ain't about to pay the Passover fee and y'all ain't pay the Passover fee. What y'all waiting on now?
I'll take care of it right now, sir.
That's on you.
Calm.
Lord be with you.
I don't want to come, sir.
Lord be with you.
Hey, I don't give a lovely fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'm a woman with a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a lovely fuck about what them niggas gotta say. I'm a woman with a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sister, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's